Hey folks, today it's January 18, 2016, and we got a new little project. Today we're going to decorate some Christmas tree ornaments. Here's a few that I've already done past couple days, like this. I just did those with some glitter tape and some little sequins. Had to glue them on because the sequins kept falling off. Well, anyway, today we're going to do some. We're going to use spray paint and buttons and felt. So we're going to start off with these are some Christmas ornaments I bought after Christmas this year, and we're going to start by taking all the tops off so we can paint them. It's January and it's really cold outside, and it's like in the teens, so I had to devise a way to, now if it was in the summertime you wouldn't have to worry so much about it. You could just let it sit outside, or as long as it's warm enough that the stuff could dry, that the paint could dry. So I already tried one, and I'm decided I'm going to have to take them in the house to let them dry. So, but the paint's going to be wet, so you're not going to, you're not going to be able to handle it so well. So I devised these little hangers here, and my camera. Well, sorry, it's a strange angle. Anyway, so I devised the hanger, and then I'm going to put the ornament on here and paint it, and then take it in the house and let it dry. I want to point this out. I'm not going to show the actual spray painting of it because I can't hold the camera and spray paint. I need 3 hands. So anyway, I do want to point out that one good thing about this hanger system too is that when you spray paint, you're going to have some drippage. So I'm going to leave it in the garage for just a couple minutes over my trash can and let whatever drips come off, and then I will take it in and let it finish drying. As I said before, if I was doing this in the summertime, it would be totally different. It would take it on a totally different dynamic. But because I was spraying and it's cold outside, the paint was kind of hitting them and just, I don't know, kind of dripping off, to where if it was warmer outside, it would stick more. But anyway, this is what they look like. Hanging out here in the garage. I'm going to let them drip just a little bit more, and then I'm going to take them inside and let them finish drying. I kind of like the way they look. They've got like imperfections, and you can almost see, you could actually see the color, the original color. These colors are opaque, so you can see the original color shining through. Now I've brought them inside and they're drying here in the house. There's a heat vent right there, so it's kind of coming down on them. And as I said before, this could be avoided if it was done on a summer's day. You wouldn't have to go through all this. You could probably just put a stick in there or whatever. But this is a handy little way of letting them dry. So I'm going to let them dry for a while, and then we're going to go on to the next step. Basically what I'm saying with all this stuff and hanging them like this and everything is, it would be easier to do it in the wintertime or in the summertime when it would dry faster outside, but it's the winter. I have time to do it. So there is more than one way to skin a cat. Thinking outside the box, there is solutions to problems. My father taught me that. I worked in a factory for several years, so I learned quite a few things about assembly line methods. So as the paint is drying on the ornaments in there, I'm deciding what I want to do. I mean, you may not have any idea what you want to do. I bought buttons and stuff. But I'm going to be cutting out these felt circles, and I'm going to cut out some petals and stuff in the meantime while the paint is drying. I want to do this, but I don't want to spend all day doing it, so it's like making the best of your time and multitasking while you can. I was born in the 1960s, so I'm kind of going for this whole retro 60s design. That's why I chose the colors I chose, and the daisies and stuff. That's kind of a retro design. I'll show you what it's all starting to come together. So I'm just cutting the petals. I'm cutting them freehand. You can make your template, do whatever. If you mess it up, this is one of those things that doesn't have to be precise. Nothing in the world is perfect, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And the whole homemade approach is, it's all about, natural looking and whatever you put into it. Okay, folks, I got a few of them done now, and you can tell they've got a definite 60s vibe to them. But you could pick whatever theme you want, do whatever you want to with them. I just use odds and ends stuff. This one I'm going to let dry because it's kind of hard to handle, because this is this puffy paint here, and it's going to look kind of lacy. So I'm going to let this part of it dry before I go down. I'm going to do some more. It's a process, but I'm liking the effects of it, the finished product. Alright, all. This is the final result. This is what they look like. I really used my imagination. I think I went for the retro, achieved the retro look that I was going for. Every one of them they're all totally different. I used items that were around the house, plus a few little bought items like the buttons and stuff and the felt. Kind of happy with them. Now I made some of these like 20 years ago, something like that, and hadn't done anything like that since. And I put them on the tree this year. Decided I want to do something else, something similar. Now I'm kind of wanting a whole tree like this. Kind of look like Easter decorations too, but they're like a retro look, and that's where I'm from. So thanks for watching today. Positive comments are welcome. Try it. You never know what you might achieve. Thanks, everyone.